I don't know that I've ever tested something by soaking it and saying, am I still warm? No, usually I put a rain jacket on. Usually I get out of the weather that could cause an issue if I can. So welcome to the Willie Bill Outdoor Show. It's good, isn't it? Whoa. Hey y'all, this Willie Bill. Got a review for you this week. It is of this disheveled pile of brown fabric. It's an arts and crafts project. We're gonna make our own gear today. That's not true. That's not true at all. This week, what I got for you, this garment. This garment is from a company called First Lite. First Lite. I think you can see, maybe you can see it there. First Lite. And what it's called is this jacket. It's called the jacket. Looks like it's called the Sawtooth jacket. This company, First Lite, I would love to claim that I know the intricacies of a clothing business. What I do know, First Lite is connected to a gentleman, a Steve Ranella guy, who does a show called Meat Eater, which I find very informative, very interesting. It's on Netflix, I'm pretty sure is where I watch it, and it's a hunting show. It's a hunting show. The guy cooks everything that he gets, shows you how it can be prepared, and it's really an awesome show. Big fan of that guy. Don't know that I'm buying this gear necessarily because he's connected to it, but I thought I'd give it a shot. Now, this jacket in particular, I was hoping would meet a need. It's kind of like an in-between. I've got some pieces of gear now that have like some level of wind protection, but are still breathable, that aren't going to hold up well if it's raining or snowing, but when you're moving a lot, which like hunting, doing outdoor activities, backpacking, hiking, climbing, you're moving a lot, you need something that's comfy, that can stretch around with you and still keep you warm. So this seemed to fit kind of like between where you start going with like thick insulating layers and shells and like puffy jackets. This has some areas where it's got insulation, like puffy insulation. It's all the insulation on this thing is a polyester or whatever. It's not down. It's polyester. Polyfill, so if it does get wet, it's supposed to stay warm. I think that's true. I don't know that I've ever tested something by soaking it and saying, am I still warm? No, usually I put a rain jacket on. Usually I get out of the weather that could cause an issue if I can. So this thing, Sawtooth, it's got a hood. Man, I'm becoming a huge fan of these hoods. They are putting stretchy hoods on everything. This shirt that I got on today, stretchy hood. I love these stretchy hoods. I like wearing a baseball style hat, and if you're hiking, you're outside, you put on that hood, it'll cover your ears up, keep your head warm. It's just wonderful. So this has a nice stretchy hood. I think they call it like technical because you can move your head around. I'll put this on in a second. It's got like a little thicker insulation on the front. A couple pockets. Pockets are, I believe they're placed up high. Well, like I said, I'll put on in a second. And then the back is like thin. So the idea is a lot of times you're doing activities outside, especially this being a hunting gear company, you're going to have a backpack on. So you're kind of wasting weight and wasting mass by putting a whole bunch of thick material on your back when you're going to have something covering up anyhow. Kind of like what Big Agnes does with her sleeping bags, right? Less insulation in the back, they give you a good sleeping pad, and you still end up staying just as warm. So First Lite Sawtooth. Let's put this bad boy on. Well, it's got 2 sleeves. It's got a hood. And it has a zipper in the front. So it does a lot. It checks all the jacket boxes that would be required to make this a jacket. Cool. What's going on with the hood there? I feel like that looks funny. There we go. All right. You can see I stuck my thumbs through the thumb holes. Let's see how old you are. I feel like Blossom right now. Does that mean anything to you? Put in your comments if you know who Blossom was. Holes in the sleeves. This is another thing that keeps popping up. And I will say, when you forget to bring a pair of gloves with you and your hands start getting cold, I don't know if it's an old age thing, covering the back of your hands is a good feeling. So, fan of that. Thumb holes. So, it's necessary in order to get the material up high enough to cover the back of your hands. Cool. The thumb hole itself, I'm not usually a fan of, because I'll end up pulling on my sleeves and then I start getting a numb hand because this puts tension on it. Now, no big deal. You can just pop your hands out. This is nice though when you're putting on layers. You go through the thumb holes, you can slip through your sleeves and then pop them back off. And that tends to be a pretty good operation. So I like that they're there. I tend to not have my hands through them unless it start getting cold. I don't have gloves. So thumb holes, that's nice. The pockets, like I said, they're up high. Now, that might seem strange, but that's on purpose. From what I understand, these guys did that so that when you have a backpack on, your waist strap is below the pocket and you can still get in and out of your pockets. Pretty smart. It's almost like these guys spend a lot of time outside. So I'm a fan of the high pockets. You got a chest pocket up here. You can stick a phone or something in there. Pretty good. The warmth of this thing. So I have used this only maybe down to like the 40s. I have not gone into freezing temperatures with it yet. I do expect that that'll happen. I was pretty good. The 40s, I will say, it wasn't quite as warm as I expected it to be. I think this with a shell over it was going to be quite warm. It is real comfortable. It moves well with you. It's not loud. It's not like a chatterbox jacket that makes a whole bunch of noise when you're moving around. So all that functionality seems pretty good. I would say I was a little disappointed with how bulky it is when you pack it up. It doesn't pack up as small as I'd hoped. But we'll see over time. It's meant to be durable, meant to be comfy. So let's abuse the heck out of this thing and we'll see if that little bit of extra bulk is worth it. Sometimes when you get things too packable, they don't hold up and they just fall apart on you quick. So I'll say my experience so far with this thing's been good. First Lite Sawtooth. I like this color that I got. This isn't like some crazy, you know, I'm a fan of camo and all, but I don't necessarily want to wear it all the time. I know these videos might show something different, but yeah, it's a good one. First Lite XD Sawtooth jacket thing. I'm a fan. I'm looking forward to using it this season. So that's really all I had to say about this one. I hope you enjoyed the review, and make sure you check back next week. We'll have another item up here for you. Click the bell, like, all the buttons, tell your friends, post it on the interwebs, and we'll see you then. Take care, y'all. Perfect. Perfect timing, dog.